Are we live? Live, brilliant. We're live. It's nice to know, isn't it, really? So, welcome on this. It's the 29th of August, and I'm sure you all know this, but the 29th of August is the feast day of the decollation of John the Baptist. John the Baptist is the only one with two feast days. His birth on the 24th of June, and today it's his martyrdom. Bless him. And I mention that because here's one of his sayings, which is redolent to what I'm going to be saying later on. Bear fruits worthy of metanoia. This spiritual awakening you have, let it bear fruit in the way you live your life. And that's what we're going to be looking at a little bit later on. Not that text, but that theme. We've changed this. I think you've probably noticed the masks which we've asked everybody to wear. We've said two things. First of all, if you've got medical reasons for not wearing one, that's fine. Of course, that's understood. But if you don't want to wear a mask at all, please sit in those. Look at that. We've only got two. We've actually only got two people in this middle lot of pews here. We do. Only one of them's wearing a mask, yes. What can I say? Just to remember the principle about loving your neighbour, and one person's freedom is imposition on somebody else who's anxious. You know, it's that same thing, isn't it? We carry on, moving on in whatever direction we're going with this thing. We had an elders meeting on Monday, which is where we thought we would do this with the seating, which we haven't done since before COVID, BC. And so Joan's got a sign-up list. If you want to be one of those who makes tea and coffee after the service, please sign up on Joan's list, and hopefully we'll be doing it next week. That would be great. BC, people signed up and said, I'll do the first Sunday or the second Sunday or the third or the fourth, that kind of thing. So if you can feel free to do that, that would be brilliant. What else? The scaffolding is coming down, I think, this week, isn't it? Is it this week it's coming down? It's at the end of the clock. So the painting at the front has been done, the windows back in, the clock is going to be tarted up, painted. It's black and gold, you know, the colouring. It's getting a bit faded. And so that's going to be done. And when that's done, scaffold comes down. Might be this week. You never know. They've done great, those boys. Michael and Mark and Dean, who's made the window. Bless them. The cycle ride, which Joan normally announces sort of way back and says, please sign up. There's this big thing, getting people to sign up and be here when cyclists on the sponsored cycle ride thing come by. We're not going to do that this year. The cycle ride is happening, but Joan's just putting a piece of paper at the front and folk sign themselves in. There's a little stamp to put on their thing, which says Southwold URC or something like that. And I think they go outside and take a selfie just to prove to their sponsors that they've actually been to all these different churches. Anyway, that's happening. I'm not sure of the date, but it's happening. The Methodists, this is a bit of sad news, really. And we've had a bit of sad news with the ending of the beach mission, which I announced a couple of weeks ago. The Methodists had a meeting with their minister after the service last Sunday and have decided to close. I know, it's a thing, isn't it? Increasingly, what's happening?
There's no video.
There's no picture. Okay. You'll have to go through the whole thing, I think. Why? The camera was lined up. Is the picture showing on the camera itself? It is. Oh, well, that's a bizarre thing. So if you're watching YouTube, Mark 2 of this service is coming up. You can miss the rest of the notices and join in later on while Jan sorts it out. Apparently, you're just watching colored stripes